see if we are hearing. Oh, that sounds better. Now we're going to get blasted here. Kind of sounds weird, but let's see. Well, you can hear, so that's the important thing. So welcome. 15-minute cards on a Friday. And remember, we had talked once before that really I think the hardest part about getting going on a card is having your card planned, knowing what you want to make, and getting your papers prepared. So that's what I try to do on Fridays for you, is to have a card ready for you to make and share all of the paper dimensions. So here are the dimensions for today's card. And if you want to take a screenshot of this or jot down the dimensions and have them ready for whenever you need them, that way that saves you half the time. And while you're doing that, I'm going to ditch this sweater. I have one window open up here, and I was afraid I was going to get chilly, but not so much. Alrighty. And then let's go to our card. So today I'm going to use Sailing Home. This is a, let me see if FedEx is here. I have a package that needs signed for. Not yet, but we do know when they're going to come, right? In the middle of our 15 minutes here. So, Sailing Home was a suite that was available to us in a prior catalog, but will be carried over into the new annual catalog. I got my catalogs, and my the new in-color paper and inks should be here today. And so I will get those ready and mail to my customers. Again, if you have shopped with me in the past, I already have your names and addresses, and I have your little boxes of catalogs sitting over there waiting for the paper today. And I will get those ready. If you would like a catalog and you haven't shopped with BohoStamper, just email me at Dian@BohoStamper.com, and that's Diane without an E, and I'll make sure I get that sent out to you. So with the Sailing Home stamp set, there were also coordinating smooth sailing dies, which I did use today, and excuse me, during the suite when it first became available to us, there was also coordinating paper. So that paper will not be carried over, but you will be able to still get your stamp set. I didn't look at the dies to see if the dies were in there. What did I say? That is smooth sailing dies. And Stampin' Up! Asks that we only show the front of the catalog. So let me see here. Smooth. Oh, yep, they're in there. So you can get the stamps and the dies. And so, today we're going to make a belly band card. Very cute, really easy, and the belly band is part of your card design. When you take it off, you can open it up, and there you have your card. So one thing I want to mention before we get started here is when we're making the band, you don't really want to crease it until your card is prepared, because depending on Oh, I'm getting stuck on the back. Depending on the thickness of the cardstock that you use, maybe you're not using designer series paper, maybe you're using some old scrapbook paper that you had, and it might be a little thicker, then you might need a little extra room here for the band. Okay, so we're starting off with our card base. Let me get my trimmer here so that we're doing measurements. So when I did put the card measurements up there, and I think I put 7 inches to score the second line on the belly band. That's the one you're going to probably just want to hold off on that until you know exactly where you're going to do your card. And I didn't print that for myself. So, let me see. It was on PowerPoint. So we have a 5.5 inch, 5.5 inches this way, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2, 3, 9.5. Is that what I had written on there? Almost, not quite. We want to score in from each side at 2 1/8. And I forget where I had the second score line listed there, but it was 6 and maybe 3/8. That happens to be right on the corner of my trimmer and scoring tool here. So for me, the easiest way to do it was to score 2 1/8 inches on this side, and then turn it around and score 2 1/8 inches on the other side. And I'm still oh, I just cut it. Darn it. All right, Chad. I'm still dog sitting my son's dogs this week, and they're going home this evening after he gets home from work and has a bite to eat and grab a new piece of cardstock here. But yeah, they're pretty. One is deaf, and the other one is just very nervous without him. So when he hears anything, he gets a little upset. Okay. 5.5. Where are you, 5.5? Now we want to cut. So he makes me nervous when he's barking. Okay, let's score 2 1/8 from this side. Oh, good grief. And then score, not cut, 2 1/8 from the other side. That's better. And then we can fold these in to the center, giving them a nice crease. I have to make sure I speak up. I'm hoping this microphone is working better. I did work on my audio settings. The microphone is set as loud as it will go, so I hope everybody can hear all right. And then we have our 2 pieces of pattern paper for the front. And just something to kind of think about is directional paper. So this isn't necessarily directional because north could be either end of the compass for me, but if I put north facing up on one side of my card, I probably don't want to have north facing down on the other side because that might just look silly. So I'm going to have them both facing up. And I'm going to use some Seal Plus here, and hopefully it behaves and doesn't rip my paper. I was ripping my paper this morning when I was making my sample. I don't know if I'm pushing too hard on that or what I'm doing, but I don't want my paper ripped. So we can add these to the front panels. Most of the decorating, I think, came on the belly band part. Okay, and add my second front panel, trying to line up the top and bottom so that it is even with the other one that we added. And there's the front of our card. Because I'm using a dark color Night of Navy, it was easier for me to, if I, with my first one, I was okay with this one. I was having a hard time finding the edge of my front card base. If you stick a piece of white paper in there, you can kind of see that way too, and it will help you get your margins a little bit easier. And then, while I have that out, I'm going to add my message on the inside. And I'm adding set sail in the direction of your dreams. I'm making a congratulations card. And I'll just add this to the center of my panel. Let me get my little cleaning sponge here. Yeah, so while I'm dog sitting, because I don't want to have paper crafting with the drawers, I've been working on a junk journal or a scrap journal, art journal, whatever you want to call it. Junk journal doesn't sound very nice, but it's using scraps of your papers and bits and leftover pieces, and I'm having fun with it. I didn't bring it back up here with me yet because I'm still working on it today while they're here. And I decided to use an altered book technique where you take an old book and turn it into your journal. So there's our card. That wasn't hard at all. Now we're going to make the belly band and we can add our decorations. So you have your strip of cardstock, and you can make this the same color as your card base, or a coordinating color would be pretty, you know, another shade of blue, or maybe you want to do a bright red or whatever. And then you have your pattern paper or your designer series paper, and we're going to adhere this to the middle of our belly band. So my altered book, I did find that I left a lot more pages in this book, and it's taken me quite a while to get through it. That's why I'm thinking next time I might, because I do like doing it, I'm going to make another one for sure. I may just make my own journal from chipboard. We'll see. I must have forgot to trim this piece. Okay. And then our first score mark was going to be at 2 3/8. And we can go ahead and score that. And then we will 3/8. And then we're going to hold off on doing the other one until we wrap this around our card a little bit and see where that's going to land. Because even on this one, my band is a little bit tighter. I guess it's all right. We don't want it to fall off, but we also don't want it to be, a chore to get it off there and open the card. So now we can fold on the score line, make a nice crease. And then if I wrap this around my card and do a gentle fold, I can see where my next score line needs to be. That way, if you've used, like I said, a thicker paper on the front, your line might need to be over a little bit more towards the edge. I'm sure we're talking like just a hair, like 1/8 of an inch or so, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to cut that one off too. Ah. Alright, now I can varnish this, make a nice crease. I'm excited for my pre-order to get here today. Oh, look at that. See, I didn't cut it right. What am I doing? Oh, these dogs have me just all worked up today, I think. Let's look back at my instructions. Kind of funny. But here's a little trick. Oh my goodness, I'm not even letting you guys see this stuff. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm so sorry. So, I just keep hearing my dog in the background there. He's making me a wreck. I did consider not doing one of these today, but then I felt kind of bad because I didn't do one last week being said it was Good Friday. So, okay, again, I cut some circles out of my layering circle dies, and then I stamped and die cut my lighthouse. And I didn't want to put the lighthouse directly on the front of my card because I was afraid it wouldn't stand out. So I layered it onto one of the circles. And then I put my congrats on a smaller circle die cut and layered it a little bit off to the side. Okay. I'm going to use some of the Night of Navy. I also had white twine, and just think the Night of Navy stood out a little bit better than the white. And a little tip is if you happen to have these reverse tweezers that you use, they come in real handy when you're trying to tie a knot by yourself. I'm going to add a little charm. These were sail away trinkets. And I'm going to add one of the little anchors. Wonder if I can edit that part out. Oh, how embarrassing. I'm sorry. Okay. And then I can try to tie my knot here and release the tweezers. And then I'm going to tie another knot because I don't want to lose my charm. Well, my card charm. Okay. Oh, these are my sticky scissors. Yuck. Caca. And I'm going to use a... Oh, that didn't tighten. I'm going to use a glue dot to hold my anchor in place. May have to tie it on there one more time. No, I don't want it to slide. Oh, it'll be okay with the glue dot. So, geez, if I would have not cut my paper crooked and I would have shown you guys what I was doing there, I would have had this done in no time. But I like hanging out with you anyway. And I really, oh, I wish this was tighter. I don't like that it's that loose. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit. Now that I've pulled on it with all my might and made it as tight as it can go. So Monday, normally I would do my Hello Monday at 10 o'clock. But finally, if anyone knows me personally, they know that we've been trying to get a contractor to do some drywall finishing. And he's finally coming Monday. And trust me, I'm not going to do anything to stop that. So, I may not be on here Monday. I don't know yet what time they're coming. It was kind of a very short notice that they were coming. And we had, gosh, we've been in our house for like 38 years. Well, 39. So, you know, of course, every hutch or cabinet or whatever, cupboard, drawer, and door and everything else is packed. It's not now. And so we had to move all of the furniture. Everything had to come out of the living room or entryway, our front hall. So most of my week in between, my little journal book was in between cleaning out cupboards and stuff. When I got tired, I would just go sit down and work on my journal for a bit. Okay, let's tie this in a knot again. A pretend square knot, since I'm not a sailor. So we got all that stuff finally cleaned out. Thank goodness my son was here this week because he was able to help my husband move furniture, who thinks, you know, he thinks he can still do everything all by himself. You know, men, right? But, yeah, the boys helped him get all the big furniture out of the way. And now we're ready. And here is our belly band. Let's make sure I didn't make it too tight and get it over my card. Now that I've pulled that string tight, watch it not fit. There we go. That'll fit. And look at that. See? So you have your measurements. You have an idea for a card. You get everything all cut and ready to go. When you need a card in a hurry, then all you really would have to do would be stamp your greeting, whether you're making a birthday or congratulations or whatever, and add your message on the inside, and you can have the card done in a few minutes. You know, try to cut the paper the right dimensions the first time. That really does help. When you have to recut it, it takes up more time. But everybody have a wonderful weekend. I appreciate the fact that you spent some time with me today. And let's see if I can figure out how to get this back now. There we are. One of these days I'll get it all straightened out. I hope that the audio was a little better this time around. And I have a card to upload from Monday yet. It was our triple layer stamp card. Those are available to view on Facebook. And between everything else going on, I haven't had a time to upload that to YouTube yet. I will try to get that done. It also has the card dimensions and I don't think it's got too many instructions, but the video tells you how to put the card together. And those came out really cute. I was happy with those. Remember that the April Mystery Card Challenge has started for BohoStamper. The album is out there on my Facebook page. I put a couple sample cards out there along with the instructions. Congratulations to Rose for winning the March mystery card. I have her gift pack sitting right here. I think I might try to send hers all together with her album and her catalog and paper samples. So I'll get that ready as soon as I get my mail today. And I might send that out earlier because I wasn't going to send the catalogs until like the 14th. I don't want you to get too excited about things that you can't order yet. You can't order until May the 4th. Yep, May the 4th is when the new catalog goes live. And until then, I am allowed to share products that, or cards that we create with the new products. So I'll show those to you as soon as I get some stamp sets in here. I can't wait. I have itchy, inky fingers. So you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Hello? Yes?